stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, Iowa, home of the Hawkeyes. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, a team ready to put on a show. Taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Give to the running back. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Looking for space. It's Moulton. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it along the sideline.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's second down. Now the play fake. Looking down the middle. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, that was the guy the quarterback wanted to go to right from the jump, but a better job by the defense in coverage forcing the incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Picked off. Bringing it back. He was finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk Iowa. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Let's talk for a minute about Iowa. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the...
There he goes! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them four-down territory, we're going to kick field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC is like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run, too. Great play call.
On the move, it's Moulton. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
The Hawkeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeye!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the right. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
This time it's complete. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the 1st down. We've come to the break, and Iowa has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Temple. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Running into the open space. Gets it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
They're going to ride this running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
All season long, we've been watching this defense dominate against the run. They're the #1 rush defense in the entire country. With a big lead in this game, you cannot run the ball and expect to win and get back in it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The play action fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Intercepted, a 1st half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Unloads quickly. Pass to 45. Creates a little space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
To the ground with the back. Trying to impose their will on the ground as he stopped after a 5-yard pickup to the 33.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, 3rd and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up 1st and goal.
A 1st down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster by the offensive line.
Well, it's a nice grab, but he would have been much better off just to let that thing go out of bounds.
That's one I think if the running...
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Iowa! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him redirect.
They'll run this play from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down. Right down the middle. Tight end getting vertical. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's the beauty of running play action. Everybody sucks up, plays the run, and you get to slip that tight end down the field with a full head of steam, make a big play.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
close to the marker, it's Glenn. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The screen, he's got wheels. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Hayes. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25.
And the QB just makes it look easy. Drop back, surveys the field, makes the correct decision, throws the ball where his receiver can catch it, doesn't put it in harm's way. That's a really good quarterback making it look easy.
Got a little space.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And it's a touchdown.
And I'm not going to say that was a must score, but that was a must score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl 8. They're up by 7 over East Carolina. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw, it's Vance. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Here's the pressure. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're
intercepting. The defense has set them up. And they come up with a... Big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand. Now you have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. Snaps it in the shotgun. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And he's down after making the grab. Good pickup there to help them dig out of the hole, but still some work to do to get a first down.
That's a great example of quarterbacks trusting their targets when throwing vertically down the field. There are a lot of quarterbacks that might have shied away from that throw because on the corner route, that receiver was covered, but this QB knew. I've practiced with this guy. We've been in game.
And he's in for the touchdown.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Waning seconds of the first half, let's see how they handle it. Looking for a gap, it's Moulton. Oh, he's got some space. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Right back to the well. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To throw, it's Vance. Throws toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Leaves it with the back. Got room to work. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Off the RPO, complete. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They feed him again. Makes it past the marker. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the line of play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Vance. Floating away. Hit as he throws. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Now this offense is back on the field. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's Hayes. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Rasmussen. Turns it on in midfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
Pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd trying to run it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And on that situation, the 1 yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Lets it fly. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3 quarters of a football game.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Takes a handoff. It's Moulton. And he works his way forward and finally down at the 15.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They'll run play action. Buys a little time with his feet. Complete to the right. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Going to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to pass, it's Vance. That's reeled in, it's Anderson. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. Pulls it in. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight complete.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he waltzes into the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Rasmussen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Put the clamps on that ball and strolled into the end zone for a touchdown. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Rice has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet inside this building that hosted Super Bowl VIII. They're up by 10 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Takes the handoff. It's Moulton. At the 35, he's loose. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And the Hawkeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go to the ground. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Looking for a man. It's Vance. Oh, they're after him. Pulled down for the tackle.
Tell you what, man, this guy bails out his offensive line a lot. We've seen it over and over. Protection isn't always perfect, but he's just got the ability to scramble and just to create and extend plays. Wasn't able to get the first down there, but look at the situation now he's put his offense in. He was able to get a nice chunk of yardage back to make this decision on third down for the play caller a whole lot easier.
The Hawkeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. It's a draw. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The give to the tailback. Got enough space. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They'll go back to work on offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got a man, it's Lanier. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And here comes the offense on 2nd down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Kinnick is having a conniption fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Rasmussen. Really nice job to get it past the sticks. Pick up the first down at the 30. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Turning it on. Oh, spin move. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Out of the gun, looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They still need a touchdown and 2-point conversion to tie, and they'll go for the onside kick here in the 4th. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Iowa has the ball back on offense. One possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got a chance. So they're closing in on a solid top 25 win for the resume, in addition to holding off any thoughts of an upset.
Well, they were very anxious and eager, too, to make a statement to the entire country just how dominant they were. They have so much confidence in themselves, but they wanted to prove it to everybody else. They wanted to prove it to their opponent here today. They dominated in all 3 phases.
And now they put the college football world on notice. That was a nice win. You get these top 25 wins, they're big for your resume, big for your confidence, and everybody else starts to look at you a little bit more seriously. Yeah, you got to be impressed with this offense, man. Fourth quarter, they've been money. Great job putting drives together. Nice play there as well, but this offense has saved their best for the last part of this football game when they needed it the most.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. Let's see if they force the issue and make this quarterback try to kneel down again. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. And